Hey guys, Josh here, and we just had a Nintendo Direct. I watched it with some of you on stream. Feel free to check that out if you want to see my reaction. I was hoping for a ton of farming games. It's not exactly what we got, but there are still a few interesting things in there, so let's go over all of the farming related games that we saw. The first game I would like to talk about is Bandle Tale, a League of Legends story. This is a League of Legends spin-off, but what's interesting that I didn't notice during the Direct is that it's actually developed by Lazy Bear Games, who made games such as Graveyard Keeper. Graveyard Keeper is a very good game most of you are probably already familiar with, that uses the gameplay loop and mechanics of farming games, but it's not really a farming game, you instead take care of a graveyard. So this developer definitely knows how to make a good game in that genre, and that makes me really excited for Bandle Tale. It looks very cute. They describe it as a crafting RPG set in the magical world of Bandle City, home of the fuzzy and fun-loving Yordles. I don't know much about the League of Legends lore and characters, so I don't know what's Bandle, I don't know what's a Yordle, but I feel like this is something I will be able to enjoy no matter what. In this game, there's going to be some resource gathering, crafting, fishing. By the way, the fishing mechanics looks extremely similar to Stardew Valley, where you have to keep the fish within a little bar. The world looks so beautiful and magical. I love the player's house, and I wonder how much customization there will be, but it looks like you can place crafting machines and some furniture in certain spots outside. Bandle Tale will be releasing in 2024 for Switch and PC, and I will definitely check it out. The next game was a bit of a surprise, but it's Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. I found out that this game was actually kickstarted back in 2020, so people knew about this game for a while, but during the Direct, they revealed the release date of April 23rd, 2024, and it will be out for Nintendo Switch, Xbox One Series X and S, PS4, PS5, and PC. In this RPG, you'll be able to play with over 100 different characters, which is pretty impressive. But the reason I'm talking about this today is because there will be a side to the game where you'll get to improve the town and take care of crops. We saw a garden in the trailer and some parts of the town evolving. It also looks like there will be some sort of friendship system. So while all of this probably won't be the core of the game, it managed to catch my interest. Let me know what you think of this game. I don't know too much, honestly, about the Eiyuden Chronicle series, but I'll definitely add this one to my wishlist and I would love to play it next year. Next, it was announced that Dave the Diver would be coming to the Switch on October 26th. I played a bit of the PC version and this is such a fun game. If you're not familiar, every day you go dive and you try to catch as many fish as you can, and at night you get to run a sushi restaurant. This game has a ton of content, very quirky and fun dialogues, and apparently later on there is farming, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. But it's honestly just a lot of fun, so it's coming to Switch and I definitely recommend you check it out. Before we talk about the last game, which is the one and only actual farming sim that we got in the Direct, I want to say I was a bit surprised we didn't hear anything about Survey of Seasons or Rune Factory. Earlier this year, during their Marvelous Games showcase, they announced 2 Survey of Seasons, 1 mainline and 1 multiplayer, plus 2 Rune Factory games, which are Rune Factory 6 and Rune Factory Project Dragon. I thought we would see at least one of them during the Direct, but no. I'm sure at least one of these 4 games have to release next year, but what I realized is that they never specified on which consoles these games were going to release on. The only one of these games we have actual gameplay footage of is Project Dragon, and it does look pretty good, so maybe it's not even coming to the Switch. Maybe it will be for PS5, PC, the next Nintendo console, maybe. So let me know what are your thoughts on this, and what platforms do you think these next games from Marvelous will be released on? We also unfortunately did not hear about Fantasy Life, but the good news is that it will be featured at Tokyo Games Show next week, so I'm hopeful we'll have a little bit more information, such as a release date, pretty soon. Okay, now let's talk about Eastward Octopia. I always thought Eastward looked interesting. I never had the chance to play it, but now I really want to. At first, I thought that this was a spin-off, a new game set in the Eastward universe, but I found out that it's actually a DLC that adds a farming sim mode to the game. You will play as Sam and John, who decide to start a new life in the countryside and become farmers. You'll be tending to crops, raising livestock, fishing, and all of the other typical farming sim activities. It also looks like the town will be evolving as you progress, so all of the buildings look old and run down at first, but as you make more money, they will transform into these clean and modern infrastructures. I love the art style of Eastward, the quirky animals like the flying cows and pigs, and overall, it looks like it will be such a cozy experience. After a bit of research, I found out that even though it is a DLC and not a standalone game, this new mode will be accessible from the start menu. So even if you have not played through Eastward's main story, you will be able to jump into Octopia right away. For me, I think I'll try to play through the base game first just to get familiar with the universe, but I wish it was a standalone that you could just play without having to buy the base game. Let me know what you think of Octopia and if you've played Eastward already or not, and let me know your thoughts on this direct overall. I wanted more, to be honest. I was really hoping to see anything about Fantasy Life, Story of Seasons, or Rune Factory, but I'm very much looking forward to Eastward Octopia and Bandle Tale. And there are also a few other exciting announcements and trailers, such as Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, Princess Peach Showtime, and a few other things. So leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe if you want to stay tuned and know everything about all of the games I talked about today, because I will make sure to cover them in the future. And I'll see you all in the next video.